is it? It's like soaking wet. I got water on it. Good. How you doing? Yeah, good seeing you. Yeah.
If everybody's ready, we'll just go ahead and jump in with a statement from Coach Kelsey, and then we'll get to questions.
Credit Stanford and Kyle. They had a tough game the other night, like, all good teams do and good coaches. He got his guys to respond. Obviously, because of our ranking and stuff like that, we're going to get – it's going to be a rock fight every single night. And, in the second half, they scored 45 points. They got 50% of their misses back on the offensive glass. For the game, they scored it at 1.28 points per possession, which is really high. We scored it at 1.22, which is really high. But you can't go on the road and, get beat on the glass like that in the second half and not guard. I mean, it was a 3-point game with a minute left. They drove right to the basket, got an easy layup. You have to be able to get stops and defend at a really high level to win on the road. And credit Stanford, they were better tonight. And we got to get back home, rest, recover, and then have a couple really good days of preparation for a terrific Duke team in a few days.
Questions for Coach Kelsey?
Yeah, Pat, you guys had less fouls tonight by only 2. I mean, it seemed like that really cost you in the second half, just them getting to the line and kind of like you spoke about after the game against Cal, just being able to get you guys out of the rhythm and not being able to.
Yeah, and the fouls, like Adrian, for instance, he only played 14 minutes. We needed him to play a lot more than that, but we couldn't keep him on the floor because of fouling. And then, Kobe got hit and had to come out of the game. So that left, from our guards, you had Ryan and Isaac, who both played a ridiculously high number of minutes, like way too high. So that fouling was a big factor in the game because it kind of made our lineups all disjointed. Javon was playing some point for us, but we got to defend without fouling better.
Just thoughts on Buka Core and the challenges that he poses.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Really good player. You're talking about 1, right? Yep,
Yeah.
1 and 10. I do numbers. I do numbers because I always say if we're playing the 96 Bulls, I would say 23 instead of Jordan. So he's a terrific young player, man. He's got an unbelievable knack for drawing contact and getting fouls. I mean, he's one of the best in the country at generating free throws. Got a great burst. He's a good player. He's a really, really, really good player. And we had our hands full with him tonight. Big focus for us was keeping him in 10 off the free throw line. And we didn't do that good enough. One shot 10 free throw attempts, 1 shot 10 and 10 shot 9. I think they had 31 for the entire game. So, but yeah, I got a lot of respect for him. He's a really good player.
When you look at Fru's box score tonight, 6 for 6, I'm just wondering, was there any thought to get back to some of the offense that you talked about kind of after the Tennessee game and then, during that game against Montana, just kind of hammering everything down in the post?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting him the ball in different ways. We'll have to pick and roll, and I don't think we did a good job off that as well. He's a really good pick and roll finisher. But you credit Stanford. I thought their pick and roll defense was really good. They were extremely physical, more physical than I've seen them play all year long. But that's the type of, I think respect that our guys have from an offensive standpoint, that people are really going to come after us like that. So, from a rebounding perspective, I thought, Sananda really fought. But, in the second half, they got 50% of their shots back. It's not just him, it's everybody. We didn't do a good enough job of hitting and going and getting the ball.
All right, Coach, what was the overall experience like coming out here for the Bay Area trip against these two teams and ACC action? I know you wanted a sweep, but you got a split. So,
it's two really good teams that we had to prepare for in a short amount of time. It's longer than we're normally gone. That longer than a normal road trip, and saw it as a positive that our guys were able to spend a whole lot of time together, away from campus. A lot of times when you're at the practice facility, you're at lifting, you eat with guys, and then you all go off on your own, but you're kind of holed up in a hotel for 5-6 days. And I thought that was a really good thing for us. Obviously, it would have been much better to come out with 2 wins, and the pizza tastes better, and the flights back home is energetic, and everybody's got to bounce in their step. But that's part of adversity. That's part of basketball. That's part of team sports. We got punched in the mouth tonight. Tough loss. We play a terrific team in 2 days, so we have to respond. We have to respond really well and get ready for the game in a couple days.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about Frew? You got 15 points and 8 rebounds out of him. Just talk about what you got out of him today, as well as kind of the development you've seen.
Yeah, no, he's a really good player.
You started 6 for 22. Was there any big kind of theme? I mean, some of those were good looks, but just kind of, after that really hot start in Cal, and then, finish the game scoring 90 like you did. Was there anything that they did that kind of took you out of the rhythm?
Yeah, I credit them. I thought they had a really good game plan. I thought they played really hard, but like I said, I mean, offense wasn't the problem. We scored it at 1-2-2, which is really, really, really high. I got to watch the tape, but I felt like a whole bunch of those looks in the first half were really good. So, like I said, we scored it plenty good enough to win the game tonight, but you can't give up 45 points in the second half and give up 31 free throws and give up 50% on the offensive rebound and think you're going to win conference games. Can we do stuff better on the offensive end? Yes, and we'll do that, but that wasn't the problem tonight.
Jason was on the report. He was in uniform. It seemed like he just played. Was it just kind of situation?
Yeah, he just hasn't practiced much at all. I mean, really, yesterday, he wasn't even full contact yesterday at practice. Like, since we left for Christmas break, he hasn't practiced one time. Just having some issues that with his injury, coming off the surgery with his knee that he's working through. He wants to be out there. Just with depth and stuff like that. He was cleared to play, so he could have played tonight, but literally he hasn't practiced one time. Non-contact yesterday. He was able to get up and down a little bit, full speed today at the shoot-around. So he just, he wasn't ready.
Coach, the ACC, Stanford being a good example, much deeper and stronger, at least coming out of non-conference than last year. You got both Virginia schools, the Miami Emergence, Clemson.
Yeah.
Good.
The league's good. The league's really good.
So with this game, is that indicative of kind of the challenges you're going to be seeing here the next 8 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, every single game's going to be tough. I mean, there's no doubt that the league is much better. Really, really good players. It's better than it was last year. Great coaches. Every single night's going to be very, very difficult. And what I told our guys is we're going to get everybody's best shot, and every night's going to be a rock fight. We know that. They were better than us tonight.
On the perimeter, they hold you to a season low of 27 attempts, which again is still a lot, but it led to 6 makes, which was also your lowest. I noticed a lot of denial on catch and shoots in the second half. What did you think they did, without giving their, the tips away so effectively to keep you guys at a low number?
Yeah, I mean, they were physical, right? And they were trying to blow up screens and trying to make all our looks difficult. But I'll go back again. We scored it at 1-2-2. It's pretty good. 6 for 27, whatever that percentage is. But offense wasn't the problem. We got to guard the ball. We got to be better in our gaps. We got to keep people off the free throw line. Can't give up 45 points in the second half. Can't give up 50% offensive rebounding rate in the second half. You go on the road, you got to pack your defense. Defense and rebounding win games on the road, period. Well, we clean stuff up offensively, but, we're pretty efficient.